Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a woman named Mama, known far and wide as a prophetess with divine power. People believed she could heal the sick, bring riches, and make dreams come true. Her golden veil and confident words made her seem like God's chosen servant. But Mama carried a secret. Her power didn't come from God. Long ago, desperate for fame and wealth, she had made a deal with a dark force. In return for miracles, she had to mislead people, turning their faith away from God and towards herself. One day, a young woman named Sarah came to the village. She has lost everything and sought Mama's blessings. But as Sarah watched, she noticed something strange. Whenever Mama prayed, the air grew cold and shadows seemed to linger around her. Sarah began to suspect that Mama's power wasn't from God. Sarah stayed in the village, determined to uncover the truth. She began asking questions about Mama's past, but the villagers warned her not to interfere. They feared Mama's anger. One night, Sarah followed Mama to her mansion. Through a crack in the door, she saw Mama kneeling before a black altar, speaking to something unseen. Shadows danced around her as she begged for more power. Horrified, Sarah realized Mama had been lying to everyone. Her miracles were not from God, but from a dark and evil source. Sarah prayed silently, asking God for strength. She knew she had to expose Mama and help her find the true path. Sarah approached Mama the next day, standing boldly before her. "Mama, your power is not from God," she said. "You have been deceiving people, and you know it. You must turn back to God before it is too late." Mama's face darkened and she laughed bitterly. "You think I don't know that? I can't stop now. The darkness owns me. If I try to leave, they will destroy me." Sarah stepped closer, her voice calm. "God is stronger than any darkness. You have been misled, but it's not too late. Repent and ask for his forgiveness. He can save you." Mama hesitated, her heart battling between fear and hope. But the shadows around her grew restless. They whispered in her ear, warning her not to listen. That night, the shadows attacked Sarah, trying to silence her. But Sarah fell on her knees, crying out to God for protection. A bright light filled the room, and the shadows retreated, screaming in pain. The light shook Mama to the core. For the first time in years, she felt the presence of God. Tears streamed down her face as she realized how far she had fallen. The shadows returned, furious and stronger than ever. They surrounded Mama, demanding her loyalty. But Sarah stood by her, holding her hands. "Pray, Mama, ask God to save you. He is waiting for you to come back to him." Mama fell on her knees, her voice trembling. "God, forgive me, I have sinned. I have misled your people. Save me from this darkness." As she prayed, the shadows screamed and wailed around her, trying to pull her away, but the light grew stronger, breaking through the darkness. With one final cry, the shadows were destroyed and Mama collapsed, free at last. When Mama woke up, she felt different, lighter, freer. She looked at Sarah, who smiled softly. "God heard your prayer. You are free now." Mama wept, overwhelmed by God's mercy. She stood before the villagers and confessed everything. How she has misled them, how her powers had come from darkness, and how God has saved her. Many were shocked, some angry, but others forgave her, seeing the change in her heart. From that day on, Mama devoted her life to serving God truthfully. She warned others about the dangers of seeking powers and reminded them to put their faith in God alone. Sarah became her closest ally, helping her rebuild trust and spread the message of redemption. Though Mama had walked a dark path, God's light have saved her, proving that no one is beyond forgiveness.